Good evening, everybody. So I thought I would brighten up your Friday evening. Instead of doing the usual Friday evening that we've been doing the last 5 or 6 weeks, I wanted to kind of jump on and answer any questions that you have. So I did a post a little while ago asking for some questions. We've had some questions submitted, so I'll get those answered right away. But if you're watching this live, drop your questions below, okay? Whatever questions you have, just ask them in the comments or join me live on Zoom. The link to Zoom is in this description. Click that link or use that code and come and join me on Zoom. And we can just have a chat, okay? Whatever questions you have, either comment them below or drop me a message privately if you think it's a silly question or something, and I will answer that question without mentioning your name. But it's just your chance to try something different this Friday evening, okay? Instead of kind of just sitting there watching TV after a long week, why don't we try and learn some new stuff? Maybe I can learn some new stuff from you, or maybe I can teach you some new stuff. Anyway, let's get started. If you have any questions, just write them in the comments. I will get those answered, but let me go through the initial couple of questions that I've been sent already. So let's find the first one. The first one was, how much should I charge for my 28-day online program? Okay, great question, because that kind of comes down to what you think you deserve to be paid. Now, like at the minute, we're charging 28 days for £28 here at DK9 Fitness. And the sole aim for that was to keep things simple. We want to try and automate as much as possible. So we charge £28, the ads is £28, the landing page is £28, and then they go to the sales page and they would buy from that. But the percentage of sales hasn't been great. Yeah, it's covering the costs, but we thought we were going to get a lot more automated sales from this. So what we've decided to do, from Monday, the price is going back up to £40 for the 28 days. So if they sign up automatically, great, but at least it's just more worth it for us to chase these leads to sell them something that's £40 rather than £28. Now, a question I've been asked lots and lots and lots since this has started is, how can we still charge our normal prices? And again, that is a great question, okay? Maybe you charge £97 a month, or you're like us, we charge £127 a month. How can you still charge those prices? And the question is, the answer is simple, you still can, okay? We were having a chat in the portal about this earlier. And what we were chatting about is actually now, if you really think about it, you are probably giving more advice. You're probably supporting your clients a lot more now than you used to do when the gym is actually open. If you think about it now, you're really making sure that clients turn up for sessions online. You're really making sure that they're turning up for coffee events or quiz nights or bingo nights or Friday socials or games night or whatever you're trying to do. You're making sure that they're getting their meal plans completed, or they're doing their daily check-ins, or whatever type of systems you have in place. You're working harder now to keep your clients on track. So if you're keeping them on track now, working harder, then you deserve to be getting paid what that price you think it is. So you can keep charging the same amount as you used to in the gym, even though it is online. They're still wanting the accountability. They're still wanting the support and motivation. Otherwise, they would just go to a normal gym. They wouldn't need you, and they'd do exercises in the back garden. But they don't do that. They want to come somebody who's going to guide them, who's going to coach them, who's going to support them, who's going to make sure they're doing things the right way and potentially the fastest way. So if you're really concerned about your pricing, don't reduce massively. Maybe reduce by 10 or 15 or 20 pounds or something like that, but keep your prices where they usually are, okay? Clients understand that you're doing more for them now than you were doing in the past. Like I said, if you've got any questions, just write them down in the comments and I'll get those answered as fast as possible. I'm going to go through the questions that I've been sent already, go through those first, and then any questions that pop up in the comments, I will get those answered too. Plus, if you want to join me on Zoom, in the description is a link to Zoom where you can jump on and we can have a chat. Okay, so let's see what other questions we have here. What apps are we using to put logos on our videos? Okay, so we are using a couple of different apps. One app we definitely use is Canva. If you've never used Canva before, it's great. It's so easy. Canva is kind of what we do all our social media images with, but we do use it for videos sometimes as well. So if you don't know, Canva actually allows videos now too. So you can take that video, upload it into Canva, and then you can run videos in Canva. But to put our logos, so like you see in this top corner there, we've got a logo on. So when we do this on videos, we either use InShot. So if you're using the InShot app, you just click the sticker icon at the bottom and that will put the logo on. Or if you're using something like Video Leap, which we use as well, then it's a mixer. I think that's what they call it. So you click the mixer and that adds a layer on top. So if you're using something like Premiere Pro or iMovies, you just layer in things, or maybe you could be good on Photoshop or something. You just layer in images. So you have your prime image or your main image, that's the bottom one, and then you're adding layers on top. So if you're adding a work countdown timer at the bottom left or bottom right or whatever, again, you're just adding a layer on. So you have logo right hand corner and might have the countdown timer in the left hand corner. So that is the apps we're using to do our videos and add our logos in. Like I said, any questions you've got, just post them below. I'm just reading through to see what questions we have, and I can get those answered as fast as possible. What software am I using to do this video? Okay, the software I'm using to do this video is StreamYard. I'm not sure it actually says that anywhere on this video at all, but StreamYard's great. It literally is, I record directly to StreamYard, and then StreamYard are posting this out onto different channels for me. So I'm actually posting into the Facebook group, onto the Facebook page, and directly onto the YouTube channel. So one video gets redirected to 3 different places. That way then I'm not having to have my laptop streaming, this phone streaming, and let's say this phone streaming. It literally is just a case of streaming to one software and that shares it to different places. Again, with Zoom, you can kind of do the same thing. You stream live to Zoom and Zoom shares it into your Facebook group. But what we tend to do is do it on StreamYard first, and then StreamYard share it into different places for us all at once without having to need loads of different cameras. Again, any questions, just comment below and I'll get those questions answered. And I do know there's 8 people watching at this moment in time. So you 8 people, let me know who you are in the comments. Ask your questions. This is your chance to ask questions. Like I said, if you think your question might be a little silly or something, just message me privately. I'll keep checking my phone. I'll see what questions you have. And then obviously I won't read your name out, but I'll just say we've got a new question and read it out. So then you can hear that question being asked. What video editing for Android? Unfortunately, I only ever use Apple. I can't answer that question, unfortunately. I know InShot is definitely on Android. I'm not sure what other video software there is for Android. If somebody is watching this and you do know what video editing stuff there is for Android, let me know in the comments and I can let that person know that asked that question. Okay, let's see what other questions we have. How to track UCut Pro is good for Android. Okay, so that person that asked the Android video editing question, UCut Pro, we've just been told that UCut Pro is a good one for Android. Okay, so next question was how to manage and track the content you post on social media so it can be recycled. That's a great question, okay? So back in the day, I'm going to say 4 or 5 years ago, we used to use Owly. Was it Owly? No, what was it called? Not Hootsuite. What was it called now? I'm sure it's called Owly or something like that. It was one of the main social media ones back in the day. And you would post something once and you could trigger it to get posted as often as you want. So you would fill your content calendar up. So let's say you put 50 posts and you wanted one post every single day. And then once you got to the end of the 50, it would just restart that whole 50 again. So that was one thing we used to do in our members groups all the time. So we would put a post out and we'd say we want this post to be reposted every Sunday night. And the reason we did that Sunday night was obviously the question was being asked to the clients, guys, let me know what your aims are for this week. Okay, let me know if you've planned your meals, let me know what days your workouts are, and let me know if you're hitting your 5 things. And then that way, then it just got recycled all the time. Every Sunday night, that question or that post would get posted out. Now, what we do, we just keep it simple. We just have a spreadsheet, and in the spreadsheet, we have a load of tabs at the bottom. And some tabs could be motivation, some tabs could be workouts, some tabs could be inspiration. And then the girls literally just go into one of the tabs, click the link to that post and go and post it again. But obviously if it's a motivational post, and let's say it's around Halloween, and then the motivational post was about, let's say, January or something like that, we'd obviously just edit out and change it that way. But that's how we kind of recycle our social media posts. I need to find out what that thing was called. That's what it was called. It was called Meet Edgar. Let me just find it quickly now. Share my screen so you can see. Yeah, so this was a great little tool that we used to use before Meet Edgar. We stopped using it we kind of, it was good. It was good, don't get me wrong. So £49 a month works for Twitter, but it was basically a rescheduling thing. I don't know where it says it, but like I said, you literally say if you wanted that post every Sunday, then that post would just get recycled every Sunday, and that was just a great way of keeping track of your social media. Again, if you're watching this, I can see Facebook are telling me there's 7 people watching. Those 7 people, just let me know your questions, okay? I'm getting a few people saying stuff. So we've been given cameraidea.trimmer, who somebody's just sent me a link to an Android thing. Let me see who this person was. I think it's an app for the person that asked about the video stuff. Alan, good man, Alan. He has sent me a link to a potential Android video editing software. Let me share my screen with you again. Let's see what software Alan had to share with us. Oh, that's the wrong one. Copy link. Let's try and share this again. This is it, UCut, video editing and movie maker. Alan, thank you for your advice, mate. This is probably going to help quite a lot of people out on Android. And it looks quite decent as well. Edit, trim, cut, add effects. Looks like it might be free, but there's a paid add-on as usual, okay? So that is just a great way. That's just a great way of editing on Android. Again, the people that are watching, let me know. Let me know what questions you have, and I will get through those quick. Now, let me answer the other couple of questions first, and then we'll get back to the new questions that come in. Let me go back to the questions. What have people called their online program during lockdown? What have you called your online programs? Okay, we called as it was Strong Mind, Strong Body. The reason we called it that is kind of our tag for the gym. So we literally just called it our gym tag. Most of the ads people are working with are usually going with some sort of lockdown in the title. It's going to be a 21-day online lockdown or the Mum's Lockdown Challenge or something like that. They're kind of just playing with what's going on with the name. The only name you can't use, and please, 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 please don't use it, is the word COVID-19. Don't use the C word at all in your marketing anywhere. You put that in a Facebook ad, or you put it a number of times in your Facebook ad, you will get your account shut down. So please, please, please don't use the C word in any of your marketing that you do, because you may get your account shut down. If you've got some inspirational names for the person that asked that question, let me know in the comments what names you've given your online programs during your time. Generating leads for an 89-day, 28-day front-end offer for mums. Any tips, David? Okay, great question. So the ads that we're running now for our gym or for any other gym that we're doing ads for, we kind of kept the same kind of setup, especially when it's going towards that £89 a month type of setup. Like I said at the start, we're doing 28 for 28, and we thought it would be super simple. People just sign up straight away, but it's not been that straightforward. We've been doing maybe 1 or 2 automated sales a day, and the rest have all been coming via phone calls, chasing the leads. And again, we had a chat around this type of thing in the portal earlier, and we kept it super simple. All we said was, if you start charging, let's say, more than 50 quid or $50 or whatever your currency is, you want to try and chuck those application forms back in there. So it could be as simple as name and email, redirect them to an application form, and then you can start getting more information about them. Or what we've been doing, just let me show you really quickly now. We're running the ads, and in the ad, it says the price. Then they're being redirected. Oh, you can't see my screen. Let me show my screen again. So the price is in the advert, then they come to a landing page, and this is not a super basic landing page. It's a little bit more in depth. So kind of calling out to a specific type of audience, kind of telling them what they want to achieve. But we've put a price in here. This box has to be filled. So when they click it, I'm prepared to invest £28, yes, or I'd like to have a chat. And then at the bottom, the price is there as well. By having the price everywhere, your cost per lead is going to be higher, but the amount of people opting in is going to be better, because you've mentioned the price here, you've mentioned the price here, you've mentioned the price here. And for literally everybody we're doing for ads for at the minute is now, we're literally putting the price into the advert at the same time. So we might put, let's just say, we're looking for busy over 30s in Cardiff for our next 28-day Strong Body, Strong Mind program, starting from just £1 a day. Okay, so if you're charging, let's say, £90 for the month for something, so starting from just £3 a day. Okay, something simple like that, so they know the price. So that was a long-winded answer to generating leads for £89 for busy mums. Again, if you targeting mums, you can be super specific. So when you go into the ad set and you go into the audience and you go down to categories, you can select a specific type of audience. So you can select mums, and that could be a great way of doing it. But then if people haven't told Facebook that they're parents, then they won't be selected there. So your audiences that you select can massively change the type of people you have on your program. Any more questions, let me know. Okay, we've got a question. Do you think that your approach to marketing automation and processes would work for other fitness-based products? Your target audience seems to be online live PD classes. I have a business in South Wales delivering fitness qualifications and struggle with social content. Okay, that is a really good question. Now, to answer that question is straightforward. When you do application forms, or you're sitting down with anybody that's doing a consultation, just the same as what I'm doing here now, I'm asking questions, people are giving me answers, then I write them down. Now, most people don't see these, but I have tons and tons of laminated sheets with topics on. These are topics that people have asked me questions on. So I've asked everybody that joins the portal, I ask them, okay, what is your desired monthly income? The reason I know that, the reason I ask that, I want to know roughly the amount of money people want to earn monthly when they join the portal. That way, then when I'm reaching out or do my marketing or social media content to them, I can say to most people looking down this list, it's between 5 and 10 or 10 plus. So I can say, are you struggling to make 5K a month in your fitness business? That's instantly, I know from looking at this, everybody is going to get there, going to literally look up and think, you know what? Yeah, I want to get there, but I'm not getting there. Another question. What are your business goals for the next 3 years? Now, the same one keeps coming up, okay? They either want 1 or 2 locations, or they want to be stepping away from their business. Again, I talk about that stuff in the content that we put out. So if you're delivering fitness qualifications, you should know the type of things, the reasons people want to get qualified. So for me, when I was getting started all those years ago, I was doing the job. I was a football coach running my own football business, but I wasn't making enough money. So I thought if I joined the fitness industry, it would make me a lot more money, because I thought personal trainers charged £35, £40 an hour. And I was thinking, yeah, you know what? I could do 5 or 6 sessions a day. That's like £300 or £400 a day easily there. So let's jump into it. So the reason I joined the fitness industry because of money. I was speaking to a guy earlier, and he was, I'm not exactly sure the exact title, but he was fixing train tracks in London, and he's moved down to Brighton, and now he's working as an online trainer. And it was simple. He was too stressed, too tired, too fed up of that life, and he wanted a much easier life. So when you're reaching out to people, okay, you're sitting down for doing consultations, or you're giving people application forms, or when you're onboarding clients, ask them the key questions. What is it you're looking to achieve? Why is now a good time to start? What help do you need from me? What have you tried in the past? You ask those 4 questions, and you've got loads and loads of content to go back with. Because people, if one person's asked that question, loads of other people are thinking that exact same thing, okay? It's not a case of one person asks it and nobody else asks it. If you ask that one question, there's going to be loads of other people asking that question. So kind of hope that has answered your question, okay? Anytime somebody asks you a question, grab your phone, write it down on your phone, and keep that as a question, as stuff to go back to. And then eventually you'll have tons of content that you just go back into, pick something, write about it, pick something, write about it. Here you go, let me show you a good example. This is kind of like my content calendar here. I'm not sure if you can see. So on Mondays, I want to talk about, where is it, this side? I ask people what their targets are. I give a quick tip, and then I tell people to come and subscribe or look at the podcast. On Tuesday, I'm supposed to do a portal type of sale, tell people about coming over to the YouTube channel and mention some of my other social media channels. Then this is my kind of like email stuff. So on the 1st of every month to the 5th, where's it, this side, it's got to be a series, and that series could be something specific. That series could be Facebook ads, or it could be chasing leads or something. That way, then it's easy for me to write the content because I've got it all laid out. All I need to do, see targets, go on Buffer. What is your aims for this week? Put a picture, tick, done. Quick tip. Guys, did you know that 61% of people now buy on their mobile phone compared to desktop? Tick 2. Number 3, podcast. Did you know I've got a podcast? Come and join in, or can you recommend someone to come on my podcast? Tick 3. So that is the social media stuff. Guys, again, I can see there's quite a few people still watching on Facebook. Whatever questions you've got, let me know in the comments, and I hope I can give you the answers. Okay, we're being told a few more people that Promo Republic has an evergreen content and editor built in. Promo Republic as evergreen features. Okay, a few people are shouting out Promo Republic. Seems to be a great tool. Let's have a quick look. And anybody watching this, ask your questions, whatever questions you have, let me know and we'll get those answers. So like this one here, somebody's asked about social media, scheduling, and together we've come up with an answer for that person. Pricing, what are they charging? 49, 10 social media pages, not bad, not bad. So with these things, we just need to make sure you can schedule enough stuff. So I know that says 10 social media pages, but how many posts are you allowed to schedule in advance? So let's say we're posting twice a day, and you're posting over a 7-day period, that's 14 posts. Are you allowed to schedule more than 10 posts? So these are just things to consider. But yeah, it looks like it could be something that could work. The other one you need to think about when you're doing these stuff, a lot of them don't have, is Instagram. Instagram can be a massive pain for most of them, because most of them don't do Instagram automatic posting. They only do Instagram notification posting. Okay, any more questions? Whatever questions you have, just post them below and I can get those answered. Okay, I can still see there's quite a few people watching. Let me go back to the question board and let's see if there's any more questions that have come in. Questions. How do you download your videos from Facebook and add them to YouTube, David Kyle? Okay, great question. The answer to that, so you can't see my screen, but if you're on Chrome, type into Chrome Facebook downloader, and it's an app. I think it's this one here. This is the one here. So you can either download the app onto your computer, like the Chrome extension. So then every time a video comes up live on Facebook, I'm not sure. Let's see if we can make this work. So hopefully you can see my screen now. So there's, can you see my tabs? Yes, you can see my tabs. So if I go over to Facebook now, and when I see a video, that app should automatically, so this is the video here, this is me live now. This is, you see it's turned green. Click here to download the media. So I click that and it tells me these are the videos that it's found. So SD and HD. So that's just a simple bit of software. There is another one as well, and that was, let me try and think what the code for that was. That was, the old way didn't work anymore, because before you could put delete everything, it was m.facebook.com. Because you're logged in on the mobile site now, when you find a video, let's see if we can find a video really quickly. Yeah, so this one here, you right click and you press save as, and then you can download. No, that's not come up as a video. Let's press play. Now, let's see, right click. This old way doesn't work anymore, it doesn't look like. There's definitely a way. Anybody that's watching this, if you know a way of downloading it straight from Facebook, let me know. There is a way, I just can't remember how to do it now. Let me find it. If you're watching it and you know a way of downloading a video straight off Facebook, let me know. Oh, come on, Dave. I've actually recorded a video on this. Let me go and find that quickly now. YouTube. And I will tell you the exact way of doing it. Let's go to the YouTube channel. Again, if you're not a subscriber of the YouTube channel, come and join the YouTube channel. We've got 424 subscribers now. So let's go YouTube. How to, no, let's type in Facebook. Definitely got that video here. How to download a video off Facebook. Let's see what I say. I'm telling you to, what do I say? You type in mbasic.com. Can we see this here? mbasic. And then the link to Facebook. So you find that video that you want to download. you type in mbasic dot. So let me find a video on Facebook quickly now. Video. Come on, somebody give me a video. Facebook is going slow. Yeah, so mbasic dot, find that video, put mbasic dot, and it will load up nicely. There's no videos, typical, eh? And that should pull them up. We have had a comment saying Facebook fbdown.net is another way of doing it. So let's try that, fbdown.net. Yeah, that's the one we were talking about earlier. Yes, that's a great one. That's literally the one we were talking about earlier. So that's the good one for downloading videos directly from Facebook. Like I say, there's people watching. I can see it's telling me there's 3 people watching at the minute. The numbers keep bouncing up and down. Let me know what questions you have, guys. The more questions you ask, the more questions, the more stuff we can talk about and get answered. So I think tonight's gone pretty well. I've answered some questions. I think Alan Gardner's busy answering a load of questions for most people as well. This is a good app for it too. So if you're on Android, Facebook video downloader for Facebook is another one. You see this comment here. I'm not sure who it is. I think it's Alan still. If it is, let me find it. Let me find out who this person is. This person typing now is Alan, good man. Okay, Alan, I know you're watching this, mate. That if you go into the description of this video, it says streamyard.com.facebook. Go to the description in the video, click that and click accept, and then it will tell me your name and tell me who's posting all these questions or these answers. That would really help, and then I can answer these questions. Okay. Let's go back to some of the questions that we were asked earlier. Again, if you're watching this live, whatever questions you have, just post them below and we can get those answered. I did hear you say before, if you're sending traffic to a website which has before and after pictures, can this be problematic? 100% yes. You never, ever, ever want to send traffic to a landing page that has before and after pictures. Facebook don't like before and after pictures, okay? Before and after pictures are great for social proof, okay? But you don't want them on that thank you page. So if you're running an advert, a conversion or traffic advert, and you send them to a landing page, and that landing page has before and after pictures on, Facebook will instantly reject it, because the way they look at it is not everybody can achieve these results. So they want to be fair to everybody. So on landing pages, don't put it on. On your thank you page of a landing page, you can, because Facebook don't see that page. They only see the page you're sending people to. If you're running a lead ad and you're sending people to a thank you page which has them on, then that could be an issue, because the first page Facebook see is that page. So the simple way of doing it, okay, if you're sending people to a page that has before and after pictures, don't put those before and after pictures on the next page after they have to go to the next stage. That way you can get away. That's just fine, okay? So don't send people to a page that has before and after pictures on. The first couple of times you may get away with it, but if Facebook sees you doing it all the time, you will get your account shut down. And I know this question comes up a lot, but this person's doing it and that person's doing it and this person's doing it. Don't worry. They will eventually get caught and they will have their account shut down, and then they will proper struggle because they won't know what to do, because they haven't tested different things. They've just gone with the same thing all the time. Okay, let's give it another 5 more minutes or so. Okay, any questions you have, just post them below. I can still see we're down to 2 people now. The 2 people that are watching this, ask away, okay? Ask your questions. Let me see what other questions we were asked earlier. See if we can find any more questions that were coming in. Again, the people that are watching this, ask your questions. Does anybody have any accountability tools, like a goal sheet, tasks achieved to give to clients? Good question, good question, good question. So in the portal, we do have that type of stuff where people can literally download the Canva templates. But we used to do this all the time in Southampton, and we still do it now, but we don't do it the old way. So what we used to do in Southampton, we used to have a Google Sheet, and everybody would have access to this Google Sheet. And because it was only just me, and I had like 35 clients, it was relatively easy to manage. I would give them all access to this Google Sheet. Down in column A would be all their names. And then in the rest of the columns would be the tasks that they needed to do. And every time they put an X in, it meant they did that task. So let's say they had to do 10,000 steps every day, and they then had to find a name, go into that column and put 1X. That meant they did it one day. And then obviously that sheet got reset every single week. So by the end of the week, when I come to count it, I would need to see 7 X's in those columns to tell me that they did it 7 days in a row. So when it comes to those accountability tools, you need to think, what are your principles? What are your philosophies of your fitness business? You know this stuff. It's easy for you to set them targets and goals. Anything that you believe strongly in when it comes to getting your clients results, they're the stuff that you want to put on these accountability type of goal sheet tools. So for us, 10,000 steps was a must. Complete my Fitness Pal every single day. Try and do some sort of workout every day. I think 2 to 3 liters of water every day was one. And I think we always used to put a plank for 1 minute at the end of every day. And then the aim was simple. Can you complete this? And then I think at the end of every month, whoever did the most X's, that would count them all up, would win some sort of prize. That prize could be like a hoodie for the gym. It could be a t-shirt. It could be, I don't know, it could be something basic. You don't even have to spend it. It could be a high five. You might not give high fives to anybody, but whoever wins that end of that month gets a high five. So all that was is literally a Google Sheet. You give everybody access to that Google Sheet, and they had to just tick off to say that they've done those tasks. That is an easy one. Or slightly more complicated one is you jump on something like Canva. Let me see if I can find one quickly. Share my screen with you again now. Actually, let me just show you it quickly. If you jump on Canva really quickly now, let's go to Instagram posts. Let's just say we were doing a text, and let's say 1 water, 2 to 3 liters of water. That could be like challenge 1. So that could be challenge 1. 2, 10,000 steps per day. So let's just say you're just doing something super basic like this. Once you've done this, you just download it, post it into the Facebook group every single night, and say to everybody, guys, who's done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? Then they have to comment, okay? At least that's just another way of holding them accountable. But I would say the Google Sheet is the easiest way, but there's probably apps out there that do this type of stuff for you. So go and have a look what apps, accountability apps like that, and they'll be able to get them done. Again, the people who are watching this, let me know who you are, ask questions down below. Let's see what other questions I can dig out that you've asked. Do you upload to StreamYard recordings to YouTube? No. We directly record them to YouTube. So as you can see here, if you not can see, Facebook group is selected, Facebook lead gen group is selected, and YouTube is selected. So they are how we stream. We just stream directly to YouTube. If we did stream just to Facebook, then we talked about that thing earlier where Alan was telling us about fbdown.net, okay? You record it on Facebook, and then you just rip it off Facebook and upload that to YouTube. What other questions have we been asked? What do you use to record a screen share with a video of you talking in the corner? Okay, we use something called Loom. Let me just type it in, loom.com. There is a free version, which is absolutely great. It's super, super good. So this is it. Got all my Loom videos that I record. You just download it. So you can download it as an app, like this one here. And then it just records your screen. So if I put my camera on, it records my screen down here in the bottom. So that's my face. When it loads, I start recording. But what's really good about Loom that we really like is it actually saves it to Loom itself. And then from Loom, let's say this video here. So you record to Loom, they record your screen, they then add it onto their platform, and then you can either copy a link. So I could copy this link and send it to somebody and say, guys, watch this video, or I can download the video, or I can duplicate the video or bin it, or I can edit it and change certain type of stuff, okay? So if you're wanting to record your screen, Loom is a great free version, and they have a paid version of doing it. Or what we tend to use is something called Screencast-O-Matic. When I click this one now, and this loads up, I think this, I pay yearly for this. This puts me down in one of the corners when it loads up. Yeah, this puts me in this corner. I press record, and this saves it directly onto my computer. Then at the end of every video, let's see this one here. I then edit extra bits in. Let's see if it's got any of them. No. So usually what I tend to do is add intros and stuff like that in. Oh, let me see if I can find any videos. No, it's downloaded it, it's deleted it. Yeah, so with this one, Screencast-O-Matic, you record it, and then it's like an editing tool as well. So you can cut certain bits, move stuff out, or add extra video clips in. So if you recorded something and you think, oh, you know what, I missed a bit. At least then you can literally add those extra bits back in. So Screencast is a paid version. Loom is a completely free version. So there's some great tools there. Guys, any more questions, let me know. I can see there's a couple more people still watching. Let me know what questions you got. Let me try and dig out some more questions. If there's no more questions from you guys, if I can't find any more questions, then I'm going to call it a day, and that would be a great Friday evening done. Let's see, any more questions anywhere? Can you tell me some video transcribe services or software that can be used to create words from a video? Okay, rev.com is the most basic one that most people tend to use. The only thing is you have to pay. With any transcribing video, you have to pay. They try $1.25 per minute. There is a few of them out there. I know Facebook do it in one way. You have to turn it on, but again, it's not the greatest. It literally is a case of they try and understand what you're saying, show the transcribe at the bottom, and then you have to delete certain bits and add things back in, and easier to use like that. So Rev is a paid version. Facebook have their own, and I know YouTube have one as well. But again, if you have a weird accent like me, it's going to be hard to understand. So you need to talk clear, you need to talk slow, and Facebook and YouTube have the free versions, and they're basic and okay. Or you can pay someone like Rev, or there's apps, I think, nowadays. You put the video in, it kind of transcribes it for you, and then you have to re-edit them to kind of change out any words that are missing. So video transcribing, that's a nice, easy one there. Guys, like I said, any questions, just post them below and we can get answered. We've literally, how many questions have we answered so far? I must have answered about 20 questions. Okay, what are we using to do our online sessions? Filming setup, mic, tripod, lights, and then your accessories. Okay, so to do our sessions for clients, so it's me that's doing it tomorrow morning, and I keep it super basic, okay? We use my laptop, so I do it in my laptop, and the staff have their laptops that we've given them as well. So they record straight off their laptop. I have a mic. Let me get this mic here. This mic is my vlogging camera mic. It's a Rode Video Micro. It's just super tiny. I had to buy a slightly different end. So it comes with one that goes into your camera. I had to buy a new one that goes directly into my computer. And then I just plug it straight in. That way, then it gives me better quality audio. Okay, hello, thank you. We are hosting a music festival on Facebook Live featuring different artists. Is there a link to provide each artist to go live on our page? Thank you. Good question. Zoom might be one way. Guys, again, everybody watching this, if anybody knows the answer to this quicker than I can come up with it, let me know. So we are hosting a music festival on Facebook Live featuring different artists. Is there a way to provide each artist to go live on our page? Thank you. So before, I know Facebook used to have the opportunity to where you would post a live video, and then you can invite people to be a host on your Facebook Live, which was one good way of doing it. But probably for this situation, if you're recording a music festival live on Facebook, I would set up either StreamYard, like this video here, or I would set up Zoom. And then when you set up Zoom, you're sharing it directly to your Facebook, and then you invite that artist with the invite link, and you make them as the host, so they play their set. And when they finish their set, you can go back to the pre-recorded stuff until you set the link to the next person, so they can go live on Zoom, that then gets streamed to Facebook, and they can play like that. So that would be the simplest way that I can think of at this moment in time. That's a good question, actually. So if anybody else knows any answers to that question, let me know, because that's a good one. So what I would do, yeah. So I would literally set Zoom to post directly to my Facebook page, then send each artist the link, maybe give them the time they join. So if you've got some sort of schedule, this band plays at 1 o'clock, this band plays at 1:30, this band plays at 2, you send them the Zoom links. You let them in to that Zoom room at a specific time. They play their set, and they go from there. Alan, welcome. Alan also suggests that exact same setup. So, Nana, I hope that answers your question. Guys, anybody else asking questions? That was a question from YouTube. That's the first person to jump on from YouTube. Thank you. Any questions you have, let me know. We'll go for another 5 or 10 minutes, and then I'm going to call it a day. And I'm going to catch up with the Rambo series. So the last 2 nights, I watched Rambo 1, Rambo 2, Rambo 3 tonight. I think that was 1993. I think that one came out. So I'm trying to watch different things. Again, any questions, guys, just let me know. Let me see if I can find any more questions that has been asked over the last couple of days. No worries, Nana. I'm glad I can help you questions. I saw your post about 3 different tiers of memberships. I'm thinking of this. What things do you offer for each tier? Okay, great question. And the reason that's a great question is you need to think outside the box, okay? Let's say you have a standard membership, a normal kind of membership, middle of the tier membership. And for that, they get, so I know the best example is my gym. We have team training, okay? That is, how much is team training? Holly, how much is team training? So we have team training, that's £69 a month. That's unlimited team training sessions and nutrition support, okay? Then we have small group, that's £129. But for small group, they get access to small group and team training. And then the third tier is just 2 sessions a week on team training. So the difference in these tiers are literally just the number of sessions and the type of sessions that they get. Online, we've done a bit different. So online, well, it's not really different. It's just the number of sessions that they get. So on the £28 one, they get access to 3 sessions a day, 1 coffee morning a week, and 1 support coaching call a week. On the £40 a month one, they get 7 sessions a day, 2 coffee mornings, 2 quizzes, and 2 coaching calls. So again, like I said at the start, you have to think outside the box. You don't have to provide tons and tons and tons more stuff. You might just have to give different things. So anybody that joins the premium program gets a nutrition plan every single month. So you might get some inspiration from BBC Recipes or other type of recipe websites out there, and you create 10 recipes. And that's what your premium clients get. That's what they get every month. And to you, that could be worth, let's say, £30 extra a month, because you're giving them content, you give them extra bonuses. So you don't have to go crazy and say, because you're doing premium, you get this, and this, as things that are going to cost you a fortune. You think outside the box and think of additional stuff that they can get. So anybody that does the premium, they might get one group coaching call a week. That means it's just you for an hour talking to everybody rather than just one individual. Whereas anybody that's on the middle tier don't get access to any coaching calls at all. That way, then the only thing it's cost you for the difference in one and the other is 1 hour where you chat to people just like this, answering their questions. So it really is that simple. Okay, guys, any more questions? Let me know. Okay, I've seen your post before about social proof in ads. Can you tell me more? Okay, so how are you recording the usage of the team plans? Alan, do you mean people that do the team training and the small group and the individual ones? Or do you mean the online stuff? Let me know exactly what you mean, and I'll answer that other question first. So you're running Facebook ads, okay? And this Facebook ad is getting some good results. It's getting a couple of comments. The click rate is quite cheap. The number of conversions from it is quite cheap. So you know it's a successful ad. Now, what you do to make it even better is you put a load of social proof in the advert comments. So we do this all the time, okay? Let's say we're running free ads. We'll do it at the start of every single ad, or we'll just wait to see which one's kicked on the best. So what we do, we put in the ads, we put 5 or 6 different comments or pictures in the ad comment. So like we said earlier, you can't put before and after pictures in the landing pages or anything like that, or in the actual picture or the ad. You can in the comments. So in the comments, you might say, check out this person's result, check out this person's result. Did you know on this program you get access to this, and this? It's just ways of adding extra stuff into the ad, but you're adding it into the comments. So when somebody sees your advert and they see it's got 10 likes, but it's got 20 comments, they'll tend to go and read them. Because it's more social proof. The more comments something has, the more trust it automatically builds. So if somebody is seeing your advert and they're seeing a load of comments, and they go in there and they see you've posted 10 comments and it's 10 before and after pictures, amazing results. You've built so much trust straight away because they've seen these comments, they've seen the results that you get. It's going to get better results than an advert that doesn't have any social proof. So I hope that kind of answers that question. Do it all the time, okay? Every time you post an advert, post the advert, wait till the advert goes live, then in the comment, give extra features or extra results or extra testimonials. So when people see the ad, they see the comments, they have a look at the comments, and they see all these results that they get. Nana, loved your Zoom training. Thank you very much. Again, that was just a one-off. I literally, loads of people asked me a question, and somebody asked about this earlier. How do you come up with the content? When people ask questions, that is content there. But don't do that content just once. If you go onto the YouTube channel, you will see there's 2 Zoom videos. Zoom and then the Zoom updated. Now, with YouTube, this is kind of a YouTube hack for anybody, okay? If you put a video on YouTube and it's done really well, you want to do another video, an updated video that's slightly longer. And then in that first video, you link to that second video. So let's say you're doing how the best way to do squats in 2020, because people are going to be Googling, they're going to be searching that thing, best way to do squats. Then in 2021, you do more or less the exact same video. You do it a little bit longer, the best way to do squats in 2021. you go back to that first video, and guys, I've just done an updated video. Go and check it out here, and you link back to that second video or the newer video. That means anybody that comes across that first video, they see the comments, oh, there's a better video. Let me go to that new video, watch the better video. And you're getting the views from the first video and the views from the second video. So it's win-win for your YouTube channel, especially if you're trying to monetize your channel. So that is definitely a YouTube training there. So Alan said, if the team X gets X number of sessions, consults, how do you record the team training? Does that make sense? So in the gym, we've got a booking app, super simple. It's called PT Minder. Anybody that's on SG gets access to the SG booking and the team training booking. Anybody that's doing team training only, they only get access to team training. And then anybody that's only doing 2 sessions a week, we go to team training and then we edit their availability. So we only allow them to book into 2 sessions that week. So if they try and book any more, it just says you don't have enough credits to book any more in. That way then it's just easier for us to track. With the online stuff, little bit different. It's the same Zoom password for every training session that we do. All the sessions get streamed directly into the Facebook group, so we can't really control that way. Maybe if we wanted to, anybody that's doing 7 sessions a day paying the more expensive amount, they get this Zoom code, or anybody doing this gets this Zoom code. But again, the online stuff's a bit harder to control, but in the gym, that's what we do. When their membership comes in, we lock, they can only access this session or all these sessions or just this number of sessions. And that's just PT Minder. And I'm guessing most app softwares, booking softwares, offer that type of availability. Does that answer the question? Let me know. Again, everybody watching, I can see there's 4 people still watching. Let me know what questions you have. 5 people watching now. Let me know what questions you have. I know we must have answered about 20 odd questions so far, but keep asking your questions. It's just a different way of spending our Friday evenings. Once I finish this, like I said, I'm going to watch the 3rd Rambo video, or the 3rd Rambo film. Okay. So this is quite a big question. Perceived value of online coaching. Just watched a webinar with a guy from Online Trainer Federation. And they were talking about paid traffic and how their elite members sell packages for $997 to £1,200. I know I charge £89 a month for online coaching. What am I missing? Okay. The important part to this question is your audience, okay? Let's say a Ferrari. A Ferrari doesn't advertise to people like us, okay? Gym owners, we are not going to have the finances to go and buy a Ferrari. They advertise their programs to people that can afford it. That means people that buy a specific type of magazine, people that do a specific type of thing. So most of the videos and content I produce is for personal trainers, gym owners, and bootcamp owners. I'm not advertising my marketing, Facebook ads or website design to hairdressers or gardeners or plumbers, because that's not the type of audience I want to work with. So your audience, you need to pick your target audience. So if you want to work with higher end, more expensive programs, you need to think, where is this audience based? So if you're charging £35, £40 a month, that is maybe a single mum, mums that sit at home, single dads, okay, people that earn a certain bracket, okay. If you want to charge £150, £200, £300 a month, you've got to think, who can afford that type of program? And it's the people that earn that amount of money. Go and find the people that earn 60, 70, 80, 90, £100,000 a year jobs. Find those people. Once you know who those people are, you need to go and hang out in the areas that they hang out in. So if you're looking at business executives or business owners and stuff, What are the things that they like to do? What are the things that they buy? What type of things do they read? What type of things do they enjoy doing? Then you turn up in those places. So we did a call with Tobias Young the other day. It was a live coaching call for the portal members, but I posted that video on YouTube. Go and check that out. Now, this guy charges £10,000 a year for his coaching program. £10,000 a year to do online training with a guy that they're never going to see ever. He's just their coach online. No, he does it. He knows where his target audience is based. He works with executives, people that can easily afford £10,000. He knows where they're based. And then all he does from there is he goes and hangs out in those places. But because he's online, he goes into golf groups, because people that play golf usually tend to have a bit more money. And then he asks specific questions. So his question that he told us on the show was, does muscle building workouts affect your golfing drive? Anybody that says yes, he might chase them up and start chatting conversation with them. Anybody that says no, he again might start a conversation with them. He starts the conversation on that thread, and then he'll move it privately and start a more private conversation and more pushing them towards the sale type of thing. So that is a really good question, okay? The value of your online coaching. Do you charge £40 a month, or do you charge £150 a month, or whatever? You need to first decide on your target audience. Once you know who your target audience that you want to work with, you then need to go and find where these people are based and then advertise to that area. So if it's Facebook ads, and let's say you're charging £200 a month, £300 a month, who are these people that you want to work with? And then go into audiences, go into ad sets, go into audiences, and type the type of things that they enjoy doing. They enjoy Jaguar cars, or they buy Rolex watches, or just put in the type of clothing that they wear. That then gets shown to that type of person, and you have a much better chance of selling to these people, because these are the type of people who are seeing your ads, and these are the people that are completing your application forms. Whew, big answer. That is a really good question, honestly. That is a really good question. Again, the people that are watching, let me know in the comments what questions you have. We've stayed with 4 people for a long time now. If it's the same 4 people, any questions you have, let me know. Let's see what other questions we have. Again, the people watching, let me know what questions you have. If there's no questions, just wondering, is there any way of reliably tracking page conversions on Divi? Okay, so if you don't know what Divi is a WordPress theme. Now, the good thing about Divi, it's just a drag and drop theme. It's super basic to use. So Divi uses something called Bloom as its email marketing kind of setup. So you'd put a Bloom plugin in, and then anybody that fills in those details will be sent to a different page, and you can track them from there. Or again, if you're just running Facebook ads, you will put the Facebook pixel on the landing page, the conversion pixel on the thank you page, and anybody that goes from page 1 to page 2 is a lead, and that's kind of a way of tracking your Facebook or your Divi tracking pages. Okay, any more questions? Again, we'll go for another 5 minutes. Looks like we've been on for over an hour so far talking. Guys, I love all these questions that you're asking, okay? Let's see, was there any more questions? Okay. Somebody's just watched that SEO page training. It tells you to create additional pages for different locations. I have no idea how to do that. Okay, so SEO, search engine optimization, it's a great thing we all need to be doing, okay? If you don't know where to get started with SEO, go to your phone, download Google My Business app, fill it in, and that is your perfect starting point to starting with your SEO. Google My Business is like Google's version of Facebook, but it's for your business. So when somebody searches, let's say, gyms in Cardiff, where we're based, because we've set up Google My Business, it's going to show us much, much higher, because it's the first thing that pops up. It's the business, and it's the map So if you can be in Google My Business and you can be in Google Maps, you're going to be much, much higher to the top of Google than anybody else that doesn't have a Google My Business and a Google My Map. But the question was about SEO specific pages. Now this is it's not something we kind of talk about because it's kind of like client type of stuff, but let's kind of go over it quickly. So we're based in Cardiff, okay, but in Cardiff there's about 4 or 5, it's probably like 6 little offsets or little towns within Cardiff itself. So think of your area, think of your main area, what it's called, and then think of the little towns within that area that you're in. So then what you do is you have your main website, you have one page, and that literally on that page it's Cardiff Personal Training. And during that page, you just keep dropping in Cardiff Personal Training throughout the page. Just scatter it everywhere in. It has to obviously make sense, easy for the user to use, and easy for YouTube, Google to read. Then, so you've got Cardiff Personal Training. You then create a separate page, duplicate this one, and instead of saying Cardiff Personal Training, you change it to a different area or different name in your current location. So if let me show you my screen again quickly now. If I go to Maps, I zoom out now. So I would put Cardiff Personal Training as one place. I would then create a separate page, not a separate website or nothing. You just duplicate that original page, and I might call it Rumney Personal Training. And then I might call it St. Mellon's Personal Training, or Raider Personal Training, or Llandau Personal Training, or Penarth Personal Training. Now the reason you're doing this, and that might be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, that could be like 8 additional pages to your website, but anybody in Penarth searching Penarth Personal Training, your website is going to pop up really high. Anybody searching Rumney Personal Training, your website again is going to pop up really high. Anybody that searches Rider Personal Training, again, your website's going to pop up really high. Then when somebody phones you, oh, I've just seen your website, it says you do personal training in Rider, it's like, yeah, great, come on down. Where are you based? Oh, we're just based in central Cardiff. Oh, that's not too far from me. And then you've got them in the case. So this is a massive, massive insider tip almost. If you don't do this type of stuff already, you have your website. Then on your website, you have specific SEO pages, is what we call them, for all the little locations in your area. Obviously, if you live in the middle of nowhere and there's no towns or little suburbs or nothing, it's much, much harder to do. But if you do, let's say you live in, let's say, Liverpool. You'd have one page called Liverpool Personal Training. And then you might have another page called Speak Personal Training, Heighton Personal Training, Bootle Personal Training, Everton Personal Training, Sefton Personal Training. You have loads of pages on your website called these specific areas. Then when someone's searching for that specific search term, your page appears much higher in Google and has a much better chance of generating leads that way. Again, that is a pretty good question. Guys, these questions are great. The more questions you ask, the more questions I can get answered. What do we use to edit our workout videos with? We tend to just use iMovies. It's just super basic. It don't need to show any complicated training to all the staff. So all the staff have their laptops. We literally, either they create the video or we create the footage or whatever. We give it to them and they just edit it on iMovies. There's literally millions of videos on YouTube on how to edit with iMovies. But with all videos, simple intro. So guys, today I'm going to show you how to do the total leg annihilation session. In it, we're going to be doing this, this, and this. And then you go over the exercises, show the demos, and then you do an outro. I hope you enjoyed that session. Any questions on the session, let me know by dropping us a message or something. And just keep it safe, it's basic. But we use iMovies to edit all our workout videos. Okay, we're going to go 4 more minutes. We're going to finish at 1:45. Any more questions, guys, let me know in the comments and I can get those answered as fast as possible. What do we use to take payments? Do we use Moonclerk? Okay, Moonclerk is a, how do you best describe it? It kind of connects everything up in one page. So we use Thrivecart. Let me show you this. We use Thrivecart, okay? It's a cart platform. I'm not sure how you best describe it. So we literally use Stripe. Stripe is what actually takes the payment. Stripe is what processes it and gives us the money. So we use Stripe. Stripe then connects to Thrivecart where we can create sales pages. So if we go to, let's say, DK9 Online one, and somebody wants to pay, they click this page and then they come to this payment page here. And as you can see up here, it's a Thrivecart page. And they put their details in, but the payment is dealt with them by Stripe. So we use Thrivecart to take our payments. The reason we do this is because Stripe don't offer a shopping cart solution. You can send people invoices and stuff with it, but it doesn't offer like a shopping cart where people can actually pay on the website or something. So we use Thrivecart. We have used WP Simple Pay, I think it was called on the website before. Yeah, so this is another one. It's a Stripe plugin for your website. You literally add the code onto the website and it pops up and it looks just like this. Again, super simple to use. You just connect it up with Stripe. I think it's your Stripe secret API and your Stripe, I'm not sure what the two keys are, but you put it into this app. You install this app onto your WordPress website and you take payments. Or like I said, you can use something like Thrivecart. You connect Stripe up to this and then you send that link to anybody to pay. The good thing with Thrivecart is not only it does Stripe, it does PayPal as well. So when we were getting people to sign up to the portal, so I know the portal's closed. Whoops, don't know what happened there. Yeah, people trust PayPal, so it's just easier for people to pay sometimes. So we definitely use PayPal now to take payments. I know the percentage of PayPal is a lot more than Stripe, but if it's easier for people to use and we can get more payments with it, then it's something we have to adopt into our business. Anyway, guys, it's been great chatting with you. It's been an hour and 12 minutes. We've been going for a long time now. I'm going to call it a day. Thanks for literally all the questions you've asked, okay? I only thought this was going to be a 20-minute thing. I didn't realize we were going to be on for an hour chatting for this length of time. To everybody that stuck with me the whole way through this conversation, I hope I've given you a better Friday night experience than you've had in the last couple of weeks. Anybody watching this on the replay, I hope we've got all your questions answered. Maybe we might do this a regular Friday night hangout thing. So any questions you have, let me know those questions and we can get them answered every Friday. Again, thanks for watching and I will speak to you all very soon.